guys! So today I'm going to be talking about a really special time in my life and a really cool experience that I went through. And that cool experience is Playlist Live. I went to Playlist Live Orlando 2015. This says my last name on here so I can't show it, but here's my pass. If I would have been a YouTuber at this time, I wish that I could have had my channel name on there, but I wasn't, and I hadn't even got my camera yet, so I didn't get that, but I wish I would have, and if I ever go again, that's what I'll do. Basically, I'm just going to be showing you like some of the things that I got and the experience that I had, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I got Playlist Live Orlando tickets for Christmas in December of 2015, which was last year. My parents surprised me. I guess presents are supposed to be surprises, but my parents surprised me because they basically talked me down of it. Like, they were like, oh, you're probably not going to get it. My mom told me that my dad was probably not going to get me the tickets because they were too expensive, and they were just like telling me all these things just so that I wouldn't get my hopes up, even though I had my hopes up. But whenever I woke up on Christmas morning, I didn't think that I was getting the tickets because my parents said that if I did get the tickets, I probably wouldn't like be getting other presents. Like, I would probably be getting like one or two other presents, and then that would be my big present. But whenever I woke up, there were still presents under the tree, and I was like, oh, wow, like, I'm actually not getting it, because I just assumed that I was going to get it because I wanted it so much, and that's the only thing that I wanted. I literally wrote at the top of my Christmas list, I literally wrote at the top of my Christmas list, Playlist Live Orlando tickets before anything else. Like, I wanted Playlist Live Orlando tickets so much. Like, that's all I wanted for Christmas. That's the only thing that I wanted, and it was, I got it. And I got it in a signed copy of Binge by Tyler Oakley because he's my favorite YouTuber, he's my role model, he's blah blah blah. So I thought that it had just got me the signed book, but then I opened it and in the back was tucked in the little like paper of like the tickets. And I like cried, like I literally cried. I got so emotional. My mom taped it, so I'll probably insert it right here. Which one? I think so.
I'm just getting over this.
I don't think you are. That's so mean. Oh.
You sure?
You're scaring me. Beautiful. Thank you.
Which one?
I love it.
Is it signed?
It's signed.
Did you go get it signed?
Yep, we went right to his house.
And no, it was like a... You're still videotaping me.
We went right to his house.
I'm enjoying it.
Post that on Snapchat now.
Thank you.
I told you, if you got really excited about something, you would react just all on your own.
Thank you.
What did you get?
Now we gotta get
Playlist. I'm going home. Shut up. You got me scared as soon as you got the videotaper out. I was like, this is not okay. But it was like one of those like moments where I was just like, wow, oh my god, I'm actually doing this. I'm going to a YouTube convention. This is all that I wanted, and I'm finally doing it. Oh my god, I'm gonna meet my favorite YouTubers and all that. And it was kind of like depressing because I didn't actually end up seeing any of my favorite YouTubers because none of them went to the convention. Like, I watched the list. I watched for Tyler and Zoe and all the people who I wanted to see on the list of people who were attending the event, and they never showed up. And then whenever it came time for like to pick your meetups, I didn't get there in time. Like, I didn't get the people that I wanted in time. So I ended up meeting Lauren Elizabeth. Well, actually, I didn't meet them. I ended up getting Lauren Elizabeth and then a couple different people in like a panel thing. I didn't end up going to those meet and greets because I remember being just so upset that I didn't get anyone that I wanted, and I was like, wow, this is already so dumb because I'm not gonna see my favorite YouTubers, and now I'm not gonna meet anybody that I wanted to meet. And it was just overall like a really emotional experience, all in all. Whenever we went into the convention, we actually like went to the wrong place because there was a line of people waiting, apparently, because we got there before the convention actually started. There was a line of people waiting like all the way on the other side of the convention center, and we were like just like standing by like the doors to the main stage for like, I don't know, like an hour and a half. Like, honestly, we were there for a long time, and we were wondering why nobody was there standing in line or any of that, because we would think that there would be people but there wasn't. Like, a few people actually followed us. Like, there was this guy who was vlogging with like a Rubik's Cube. It was cool. And then there was like a couple girls with like different color hair, and they were all nice and stuff, but I was like too like socially awkward to like say hi or any of that, so we never talked. So, but we stood there like for like a good hour and a half, and then like one of the employees came and they were like, what are you guys doing? Like, the line is all the way over here. So we had to like follow them there. And we ended up being like way in the back of the line to get in, but it actually moved pretty fast considering like how we completely messed up and we were like way far. No, we didn't have to show them. We had to get our like things and like a sticker and like all of this stuff, like the event like schedules and stuff. After that, we like roamed the convention and stuff, and it was like, it was cool and stuff. Like, I went to see Ricky on the main stage. Like, throughout the entire convention, I saw Ricky Dillon on the main stage. I met Amanda's Chronicles. I met Louise Pentland actually at my hotel, because apparently they were staying there. Alfie, Marcus, and Louise, I know, were staying in my hotel. And I like had no idea until I met Louise, and then after the convention, a video came out, the one where they were like exposing each other's phones, and then a not worth watching, and then whatever Marcus did. I don't remember what it's called, but they all three did like collabs together, and it was like in the hotel. Like, it was the same setup as the hotel that we were in. Like, our hotel room was kind of the same as theirs, and I was like really like mad that I didn't know that they were legit staying in my hotel. Maybe I could have met all of them, but I went to Alfie and Marcus's poster signing thing, and I actually have a video of it.
Hello. Hello, John.
I'm good.
Wait, give... I don't know
What is that?
Have you had a good day so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now you've got a funny personalised post.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Here is the poster that Alfie and Marcus signed. I actually got a pre-signed poster. So what they did was they like drew on each other's faces. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there we go. So Marcus drew this on Alfie's face, and Alfie drew this on Marcus's face, and this is like my favorite thing ever. Like, I'm so happy that I have it. Like, I have it hanging on my door right here next to all of my like fangirl posters and stuff. And yeah, so yeah. I saw Ricky Dillon. I saw Ingrid and Kat's like podcast live.
What's up? Hey.
I love that. Every time, every playlist live, all I gotta go is say, ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Dillon! They love it. I love the hair.
Thank you, yeah, it's pretty new.
Hair looks good. All right, let's do a quick hand. Other hand. Other hand. Can we get a close-up on the screen? One of the cameras, can we get that? That camera right there. Oh, you're right. Here we go. That guy.
Did we get it?
That's great. That's great.
This is
Like, I did all this cool stuff. Like, it was cool or whatever. And I actually, I saw Tatanoff. I saw Dan and Phil's show, and that was incredible. That was my favorite part of the whole thing, because I actually loved Dan and Phil, and I knew Dan and Phil, and I was so happy that they were there. I was like, wow, you're here. Like, you actually showed up, and you're all the way from London, and you came, and it was just super cool. But I don't have any footage from that because we weren't allowed to excuse me, we weren't allowed to video it, so I don't have any of that footage. But I did do that, and we didn't spend very much time at our hotel, which sucked because we had like a really cool hotel. Like, it was super awesome. It was like a castle. Like, I swear, my mom kept complaining. She was like, oh my god, I cannot believe we got this hotel for like so much money, and we don't even get to spend any time there, because we had to spend our entire time at the convention, and then we left the next, like, the moment that the convention was over, the next day we packed our things and left to go back home, because I needed to get home and go back to school. Like, literally the very, very next day I went straight back to school. So overall, it was a really good experience. Like, I met a lot of people. It was cool, but like, they were a little bit too hyped up about it. Like, they were saying, oh my god, all your YouTubers, all your favorite YouTubers, and I would just get so sad because people would be like screaming for like random people who I didn't even know, and I was just expecting a lot more. I was expecting to see all my favorite YouTubers, I was expecting to meet everyone. I don't know. They just made it seem so much cooler the year before Playlist Live Orlando 2014 because apparently it was some kind of anniversary where all the YouTubers came, all the YouTubers went. Everybody was super like excited, and like there were like a lot of events and everyone was meeting everyone, and it just seemed better the year before than it was the year that I went. And I felt kind of sad. I was like, wow, like I didn't get to have this entire cool experience like everybody else. That's all that I wanted in the first place. I wanted to experience Playlist Live. I wanted to see all my favorite YouTubers in real life. Like, that's the thing that I was most excited for. I would always tell myself whenever I was sad at school and I was like, I don't want to be here because I had just become obsessed with the internet. So going to school without my phone, without the things that made me happy was really hard for me. Like, I would just wake up every day and I would not want to do anything. I would not want to go to school. I wouldn't want to talk to anyone. And I was like so quiet whenever I was in school. I act like I'm not in school. Whenever I was in 7th grade and I didn't have anything to look forward to, I had my friends and that was about it. And I didn't even have a love interest, I'm literally 13, not love interest, but I didn't have a crush on anyone until like a serious crush on anyone until after the convention. So I was like, well, I literally have nothing to look forward to except for this one thing. So every time I would get sad and I would be like, I don't want to be here, I would always be like, but after today, you're passing, like you're going. It's like I had to wait 9 months from Christmas to go to Playlist Live, and I would always just tell myself, you're like, this is passing time. Like, the sooner that you get out of school and then do it again and do it again and do it again, you will be able to go to Playlist. You'll be able to go to Playlist Live, and you will be happy, and you'll be in a place where people who you love are there, and like you will be amongst your people. And I didn't even make any friends because I just have so much social anxiety, and like every time I would see someone like who was nice or whatever and I would have to stand next to them in line, I would never like talk to them because I was too afraid. So yeah, it was a really cool experience overall. Like, I had a good time. Like, I met a few people that they weren't necessarily my favorite, but I like freaked out. Like, whenever I met Louise, I was like shaking, and then I saw Amanda and there was like a line for Amanda, and I was like, oh my god, I love Amanda. And actually she ended up having to like rush to like get us because I was in line, and then she was like, I gotta go, so she just like went through the line, took quick pictures. So she was like, hi, I gave her a hug, and I'll actually insert a funny picture here where like while I was hugging her, my face was literally priceless, like saying like me. But yeah, so overall it was a really cool experience. Would I recommend it? Probably not, unless there's somebody specific that you want to see and that you know is going, and that you know what you're doing and you would be okay with meeting anyone on the meet and greet list. But I wouldn't really recommend it to anybody. I feel like VidCon would be a better place for me personally to go and do things because most of the big YouTubers do show up to VidCon. So I feel like that's something that I want to do in the near future. Not the near future, probably the far future. I want to do that sometime in my life. Or maybe even attend it as a creator whenever I get older. And if this works out, then I want to go as somebody who like does the stuff and all that. But I wouldn't recommend it. Like, it was a cool experience though. Like, I'm super glad I did it. It was super cool. It was amazing. I'm sorry if things might look a little bit different. My camera just died and I had to set up again and charge my camera and all this stuff. So I'm sorry if things look a little bit different. Just ignore that. That was all of my Playlist Live experience. I can't really think of anything else I have to say. I wouldn't recommend it if you are into the huge creators, like into the Tyler Oakley, Zoella, Grace Helbig, Hannah Hart, all those people that I have mentioned, Miranda Sings, Colleen. If you're into those types of people, I would not recommend Playlist Live for you. I would recommend VidCon for you. And yeah, it was overall an amazing experience. I'm so happy that I went, and this is like one of my most prized possessions. I love it so much. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Follow all of my social media down below, and I will see you next time. Bye! Also, it's Halloween, and I just decorated for Halloween, and this is my little pumpkin, like happy Halloween. Yeah.